Alright, here we go again. Another Spyder ride and things I do. Today I'm going to what turns out to be the most interesting used car lot I think I've ever seen, where I will show you that with enough money, even you can become a superhero. But first, I need some odds and ends, and I like looking at new bikes, so I'm going to use this as an excuse to make a stop at my kind of local Can-Am dealer in Reading, Pennsylvania. Today the ride starts as usual, and I'm going to complain about the cold, and I'm sure I'll find a reason to complain about how PA drivers are the worst drivers ever. But first, my wife and I have a running commentary about how I can never leave the house just once. Well, today's not going to help that. I got a couple miles from home and I realized I forgot something, and now I turn around and go back home. There, I'm back like nothing happened. So we carry on. Unfortunately, where I live, I have to drive for a while before I get to anywhere that has any fun or scenic roads, so I'll just jump ahead. Now I finally get to some slightly better roads, but I'm going to speed it up again because this is a common route for me, and from this angle you might not be able to tell, but over time it'll start to look familiar to you because you've seen it before, and I'm sure you'll see it again in the future. I will do my best to add new roads from time to time, but most of the side roads down here just loop back around to this road anyway. The biggest downside is that a lot of the places I go on the Spyder are down this way. At this point, I take this turn because going straight means a bunch of stoplights and scenic views of strip malls and chain restaurants. I'll cruise on this route for a while and play some tunes for a minute before I jump ahead to my first stop at Reading Standard Motorsports. Okay, this is Reading Standard Motorsports, and I'm sure it'll come as no surprise to you, given the name, it's in Reading, Pennsylvania. They have a pretty good selection of Can-Am stuff, both Spyders and Rikers. And as you see, they also sell slingshots and a couple of brands of two-wheelers. This bike is a Suzuki T500. It's just like the first dedicated street bike I had when I was 16, and it was a beast. Mine was not this clean and a little beat up, but man, that little two-stroke was fun. Alright, as I leave, there's a whole bunch of traffic and school is getting out. So after I get in my mandatory complaining about Pennsylvania drivers, I'll jump ahead to the Classic Auto Mall. Apparently, in Pennsylvania, when you're not sure where you're going, you just stop in the middle of the road until you figure it out. So now here we are, the Classic Auto Mall in Morgantown, Pennsylvania. This was an old actual mall that closed down and some genius decided to fill it up with classic cars on consignment. I met another Spyder rider and we were chatting, so I only got a short video, but I did take a few pictures, so here we go. There are some mundane, unremarkable cars here, but if you have any interest in automobiles, there are some kind of cool things to see in this building as well. Room after room full of older and some classic cars and trucks, including, but not limited to, this, a couple of these, and yes, even the Batmobile. I think the description says it's an electric replica built for Six Flags. Unfortunately, it's not street legal, but being a vigilante is not legal either. So just think, for a ton of cash and a cheap costume, you too can be the savior of Gotham City. Geared up and heading out. Driving home as usual is nothing exciting, so I'll leave you with my final thoughts when I find a decent stretch of road. Oh, wait, I almost forgot to complain about how cold it is. It's a sunny spring afternoon. Why is it still so cold? I often wonder, what is going to be the classic car in the future? I was listening to a conversation the other day, not sure if it was in person or on a video, but it made me think. In 40 or 50 years, are there going to be museums and places like this auto mall full of Honda Civics, Toyota Corollas, and Teslas? I know there's some cool cars out there, but I look at the modern styling and to me it just screams boring, not timeless. And even with modern tech and performance, I don't see what the truly iconic cars from this generation are going to be. Cars that will withstand the test of time and have such demand that in the future people are willing to shell out 10 times their original sales price just to say they own one. Now, if anybody has any thoughts on this, let me know. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. Have a day.